Welcome to the Ready, Set, Show podcast with DT and Lette. Ready, Set, Showtime. Welcome to episode 46, 1 year anniversary, Lette. 1
year, man.
Yeah, take that, haters. Mom, I made it, you bitch. I told you I'd do it. I play it. My mom is not a bitch, but we are in cahoots, but that's another podcast. Guys, we got a lot to talk about this week. Thank you all for joining us. And Lette, we got a lot to go over this week. Are you ready, my friend?
Ready spaghetti.
Ready spaghetti.
Ready
You like
spaghetti.
that spaghetti? Lette spaghetti.
I mean, every time I call you, you'll just be like, "What's up, Lette Spaghetti?" And I'm like,
that is kind of a dope nickname. It's like you know, like a kid nickname, but it's still kind of cool.
Yeah.
Lette, how was your weekend, my friend?
my weekend was pretty great last week. Now, I mean, I'm just chilling and trying to get this weekend under wraps. We're gonna go visit some family. Me and Ruby are this weekend, and then just gonna chill with Kristen, and that'd be about it.
Right. Yeah, I had a good weekend too, man. I went out yesterday. Hibbett Sports here in Greeneville. You should be ashamed of yourself. Like, dude, it was so depressing. Like, I can't even afford to look at Hibbett's anymore. Like, I went in there. I was like, okay, dude, you know what, man? Brother might want a new hat, Lette.
Yeah.
A new hat. Dude, I walk in there, sports teams-wise, they had a Yankees hat, a St. Louis Cardinals hat.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking around here, maybe Braves. Of course, they're going to have Tennessee. I was like, all right. I was looking around. I was like, where's their NBA jerseys? So I asked them. They're like, we got a Steph Curry, who, shocker, he's one of the most popular players, and then Tennessee jerseys. So I was just kind of looking around, you know. I was like, oh, I like these Under Armour sweatpants that are $50 on sale.
Jesus.
50% off sale.
Oh, my Lord.
So I'm like looking around, you know, because I'm wanting to get into playing basketball again. Like, that's what my workout's going to be this summer, and I really want to do it. And I was just kind of looking at shoes. I didn't pick up one pair that was under $70.
Oh my God.
The ones they have on the back wall display were like $110. And I was talking to Adam at Greeneville Vapor, and I was telling him about it. And he was like, man, I used to go in there and buy DCs. I was like, dude, me too.
Yes.
That is the Hibbett I remember. You had basketball jerseys on the wall. And I don't know, man, maybe I get it. Maybe because of online sales or whatever. But come on, man. Surely they were making some kind of sales. If it was that bad, how the hell are they still open?
Oh, yeah, because I remember the first time I ever went in there. I went in there, I was excited because I was back when I was, like, real big into skateboarding.
Yeah.
I'd see all their skateboarding shoes, and they'd always have, like, the best skateboards you could get. I mean, in the small town, it was the best skateboard you could get at the time because the skate shop was only open for, like, 3 months. And once the skate park opened, that was it. And then it ended up going out of business. But Hibbett's used to be badass for shit like that.
Yeah, what happened? They were doing the construction on Five Below. So I saw that. The new rack room looks pretty sick.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know, man. It just was really depressing. And it's like, see, that's what I'm saying. We need something like a Foot Locker or like a Champ Sports or, hell, I'll tell you what I'd really like. Honestly, I really wish they bring it lids. You know, the hat store. I love lids, man, because they have a variety of DC hats. Now, they did have like some all right Nike and Adidas hats, but it's like, I don't know, dude. They're just way more expensive than I remember.
Oh, yeah.
So I kind of left out of there, you know, depressed, and I don't know. It was just something I wanted to talk about here, but you sons of bitches.
You sons of my bitches.
Fix it. Lette, I'm telling you, man, 1 year, I just want to say I love this podcast, man. I'm proud of you, my friend.
I'm proud of you too, man.
Thank you for taking this journey, and we're going to have many more years.
Oh, yeah,
my friend.
definitely. I mean, I've had a blast this past year.
Yes.
I mean, we've learned a lot.
Yes, we have.
We're still learning, and I mean, I can't wait to see how we are like 2 or 3 years down the road.
Yes, and to all you listeners, you know, obviously we shout you guys out every episode, but we really do appreciate all the support we have received for this last year, and just everybody that's helped here and there. We greatly appreciate that. Regarding the show, some news. Guys, we had hoped to bring you the Angela Marshall, ex-NFL wife, author, motivational speaker. Fortunately, just right now, we have some equipment difficulties that we're not able to really have the equipment, or yet we haven't figured out a way that isn't going to cost us a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
To record the calls, because look, yeah, man, maybe we could throw a Bluetooth speaker up or something up to a mic or whatever, but we're not going to put out anything half-assed.
Oh, definitely not.
I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I hated to reschedule on her, and we have yet to talk to Muggsy, but we're going to have he's overseas, so see, that's a whole nother category right there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to look into, Lette maybe was talking about putting some money on a Skype account, our Skype account, maybe doing it that way, but it's just going to take some more research.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, literally, when I tell y'all it's me and Lette, I mean, my brother's now in the scene. He's going to help. I'm sure there's things he's going to show us we don't know, but my communication with him is, I haven't really got to talk to him much about it. That's just a work in progress. Hopefully here in a couple months, we'll be able to bring you more interviews outside of that isn't local.
Yeah, it's like I'm working on some local talent interviews at the moment and trying to see what I can get. And, I mean, if this one guy agrees, I'm kind of excited because he was really good friends with my brother, and whenever I listen to his music, I'm sitting there just like, wow, this actually came from this guy, and I've known him for at least a good 6-7 years, so. Yeah,
that'd be cool. So, right now, hey, man, I mean, it sucks because Miss Marshall seems really nice. Muggsy seems really cool. Felt that we both could have helped each other. But hey, man, sometimes things happen. You got to take the hits. You got to go back to the drawing board, figure it out, and that's what we'll do. I mean, we love this podcast. We're not going to stop. And believe me, if we had the extra money to put forward, we would have done it already. But it's Zoom H4n now. It's a device you can use. Obviously, it's a little multi-track recorder. I think 4. That's something we do want to invest in the long run. We just can't do it right now.
Yeah.
So if we had that, we'd be in good shape. Hey, man, we're looking for other ways. And also other news, Urban Dictionary Word of the Week, we're sad to say will be retired from the Ready, Set, Show podcast. And we're looking at exploring new segments. It's just we haven't really been seeing a lot of cool words, but we had some good times.
Oh, yeah, definitely, especially on that damn first episode. Duck butter.
We haven't, unfortunately, nothing was topped, man.
Yeah, nothing has ever, in the year we've done it, nothing has topped duck butter.
We have had some good ones.
We've had some good
ones.
But
none as good as that.
Not as good as duck butter.
All right, let's jump into this news, Lette, because I'm telling you, we got a lot. So let's start. Our good friend Adam, well, he ain't our friend, but we'll pretend he is.
Yes.
He's a part of the podcast family. Adam 22 of the No Jumper podcast. A lot of y'all probably know him well. I ain't going to lie to you. I thought this was fake at first. So basically what happened, some dude comes up on stream, pulls a gun on him. Well, Adam goes, he's like doing this laughing. I think he thought it was maybe a joke. Well, it turns out his security guy just so happened had left to go get food. This guy came in at the right time. I don't really know because he does it in the back of the store, so how the hell the guy made it back there, I don't know. He pulls a gun on him, talk about, give me all your money. And then next thing you know, they kind of go off the camera, and then Adam comes back and was like, why didn't he shoot me, I wonder, because, I mean, he wasn't giving up money. And they apparently kicked the guy so many times that I think it knocked him out.
Oh, shit.
Probably got a concussion. I think they came and got him. I think he's in a mental institution, the guy.
Well, I mean, he needs to be.
Yeah, but he didn't get robbed. A lot of them keep saying he got robbed. And then it was funny, because not funny, but the very next day, some guy comes in the store, black guy, streaming, goes up to one of Adam's employees with, this looks like by the way, that was a prop gun the guy had. I forgot to mention that. Well, this guy apparently, turns out, was a BB gun, but it looked like a real gun.
Yeah.
Goes up to one of the employees, points at Adam, and wants to know where Adam was. So the guy kind of walks to a door, types in a code, and then just shuts the door. And that guy's like, oh, shit. So he just walks out of the store and throws his gun. And they ended up catching him 30 minutes later. So it's like, dude, what's going on with Adam 22 here, man? I mean, is somebody after this dude? Him and his old lady probably bang a lot of people's wives and crazy stuff. I don't, they're into that freaky deaky. Yeah. It's crazy, man. People, I mean, you got to be kind of worried about it.
Oh, yeah, you have to. Because, 2 days in a row, like, the second guy could have been watching the first stream and was just like, I'm going to come in and do this and see what happens.
I mean, that guy looked like he was real, but apparently a lot of people said about that guy is he's like some crazy dude, and he was just trying to get a collab. I guess a lot of people knew who he was.
Yeah.
He was going to have a security meeting that day.
Oh, shit.
And then that other guy came in.
In.
Yeah. Man, a lot of craziness going on the No Jumper, but hey, man, it was crazy. And it turned out his security guy, when he came back, had the gun pointed at the dude. Dude's lucky he didn't get his life ended.
Oh,
man.
yeah, definitely.
That's crazy, man.
It is.
Then we got one from old Ice Poseidon, Mr. Dumbass himself. Well, Ice, they finally got you, dumbass. They finally got you. Guys, he was raided by the FBI. They took all his electronic equipment, and for some reason his vape. I guess they were just like, they were that pissed off.
I'm going to take every damn thing from this guy.
Let me read you this article because I wasn't really sure of the details of why they got him. 24-year-old IRL streamer whose real name is Paul Danino. Reportedly, his home was raided by FBI earlier this week. The raid was apparently in response to spoof phone calls resulting in bomb threats, which the FBI tracked back to Danino.
Oh, shit.
So they basically, like, spoofed his stuff. But, you know, man, that's just what I'm telling you. Ice Poseidon and his little fan base are just toxic idiots. I'm telling you. Like I used to watch Ice Poseidon a little bit, but like, dude, he's just become so cancerous, dude. Like him and his fans. Like, I've never met a fan base that tries to ruin
other
the person they're a fan of. Them dudes are weird. I kind of left them alone. I don't know what you think.
Oh man, I don't blame you. It is pretty crazy. So I just find it hilarious that they even took his vape. He's gonna be going through some damn nicotine withdrawals because he's gonna be an asshole.
Well, he had it coming, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Those guys dabble and they walk that line, and eventually it's going to catch up to you. It ain't a game now. Our next story comes to us from one of the most famous UFC stars, Conor McGregor, who was in trouble yet again. UFC star Conor McGregor was arrested Monday in Miami after allegedly destroying a fan's phone outside some beach hotel I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Police placed McGregor into custody on charges of felony strong-arm robbery and misdemeanor criminal mischief. Jesus. Conor McGregor, dude, like this guy, he goes, he makes got $100 million off the Floyd Mayweather fight. Yeah. Then he comes and gets his ass whipped by Khabib, and it's just this guy.
He's on probation.
I miss the old Conor McGregor. Yeah, the guy that was fearless and he was hungry and he didn't think it. Yeah, he was cocky or whatever, but he was humble and showed respect. Yeah. It's just like, dude, now he's turned in. He's like the Justin Bieber of the UFC.
He's just an asshole.
You know, he's going around here doing dumb shit that don't even make sense. It's like, you come on, man. You're better than... You got a wife and a kid, bro.
Oh, yeah. Let's hope he doesn't end up, pissing in mop buckets.
Exactly. There you go.
Let's hope he doesn't end up doing that, because if he does that, all respect will be gone.
Yes. Conor, we will have to tell you. And our final story comes from us. We talked about the New Zealand massacre. Once again, our thoughts and prayers go with everyone that was in turns out it was a white supremacist group. I'm not sure if we talked about this on the show.
No, we didn't get to. They only had like one person in custody, and they had 3 people that were suspects that they had in custody, but they didn't release anything of that day.
Yeah. So it turns out New Zealand bans semi-automatic weapons 5 days after Christchurch massacre. What's taking us so long is what this article is. And so basically, look, New Zealand had a quick, swift answer.
Oh, yeah.
Look, unless you're in the military, I don't see why hunters and stuff like that, people that aren't in the military, police officers, whatever, why do you need semi-automatic weapons?
It's one thing I've never really understood either, and I love guns. I have. I mean, you got your people who just collect them, and whoever takes care of them the correct way. They got their gun safes and all that. I respect that, but you got them people who don't, and one thing like that can end up in the wrong person's hands, and then it ruins it for all of us.
Yeah, it says last Friday, semi-automatic assault weapons were used to kill 50 people people worshipping in two mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand on Wednesday. Jacinda Ardern, the nation's prime minister, announced plans to ban all military-style weapons in the country. She said, and I quote, "Today I'm announcing that New Zealand will ban all military-style semi-automatic weapons. We will also ban all assault rifles. We will ban all high-capacity magazines. We will ban all parts with the ability to convert semi-automatic or any other type of firearm into military-style semi-automatic weapons." And to her, we commend you for that. Look, I'm not a big gun guy, but I'm not the guy that's like, hey, man, we shouldn't have guns. I just feel like if you break into my house, I think I can take care of the problem with a pistol.
Yeah.
I don't think I need a AR-15 to wipe. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that really scares the shit out of somebody, but I just don't feel like I personally need one. I'm not saying I would go out and do anything.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't, like, say, well, okay, if you take care of it, I don't know, maybe they could regulate them somehow. Put some kind of rules if you have one, but then you got to do this, and this. There's always going to be some idiot.
Yeah.
But then you got the black market, so maybe.
Yeah, but say, I mean, you can always ban stuff, but it'll always find its way in.
Personally, I'm not mad at this. I think we should do something. I mean, I don't know about a ban, but I kind of feel like there should be, man. I mean, how many more people got to die, dude? Innocent people, man. I'm tired of looking at the news and seeing these shootings and these families crying, dude. You know, are you?
Oh, yeah, I definitely am.
All right, Letty, who you shouting out this week?
This week, my shout-outs always, of course, is Ruby. I mean, without her, I don't know what I'd be doing. I mean, she keeps me sane, but drives me insane at the same time. And if you have kids, you definitely understand.
I definitely do.
Gotta give a shout-out to DT. I mean, it's our 1 year, man.
One year.
Great. I've had a blast on this journey. I mean, I can't wait to see what, the future holds.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta give a shout out to friends and family who listen and support us. Thank you all. I know Ben and Mo sit there, and I know they listen to us every week.
Oh, yeah.
And I know EJ does too. Thank you all. Gotta give a shout out to our listeners, because, I mean, without y'all, we wouldn't be doing this. I mean, you're the reason we do it. I know we shouted you all out every episode. I know me and DT both shout yous out. But no matter how much we say it, it doesn't lose any of what it means, because without y'all, we would not be doing this.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my shout-outs this week. DC, who you shouting out?
I got to thank my beautiful family for being by my side and just help me be my best every day, man. It's a great time. We had a great day yesterday, so
Hell yeah.
Shout out to them. Got to thank you too, Letty, man. 1 year. Here's to many more. We're
Hell
kicking
yeah.
ass and taking names. You know, we have some setbacks, but what I like most is we've learned to adapt and adjust.
Oh, yeah.
And we're willing to compromise, and we're not going to put out any half-ass bullshit on here. And that's what I love. Got to shout out my brother. You know, I'll eventually get up with him, and we'll all three get together. We'll figure this out, I promise you. Got to thank Drama B. She's behind the scenes, but hey, man, we got to thank her for everything she's done. Got to thank Kellen Keller, man, the man that inspired me to do this podcast. Big shout out to Kellen. Can't forget him. Got to thank the boys at Greeneville Vapor, man, always taking care of us and our vaping needs. Shout out to those guys, dude. They're cool, man. They'd be even more cool if they gave us free shit. And got to thank all the friends and family that listen to the podcast, and just all the listeners, man. Thank you all for 1 year. Keep riding with us. We promise you we got many more good things to come on this show, I promise. Music Meltdown. We start this off with some sad news, man. We lost Paul Gray and Slipknot. Rest in peace, Paul Gray. Joey Jordison was...
He left?
I don't think he left. Well, let's say fired, because let's be real, unfortunately happened. Well, I'm scrolling the other day, and I see that Chris Finn has been kicked out of the band. I'm like, oh, no, dude, come on. Now, I've seen some conspiracy theories that he apparently has a lawsuit. Apparently there was businesses by a clown and by Corey, and he just wanted to know. But see, none of the other members were saying anything, so I was like, oh, nobody could find any court documents. Yeah. So I'm like, dude, please tell me this isn't true. Well, turns out it's true. It's true. So let's go ahead and read a statement here by Slipknot. They said Slipknot's focus on making album number 6 and our upcoming shows around the world our best ever. Chris knows why he is no longer a part of Slipknot. We are disappointed that he chose to point fingers and manufacture claims, rather than doing what is necessary to continue to be a part of Slipknot. We would have preferred he not take the path he has, but evolution in all things is a necessary part of this life. Long live the knot. I gotta tell you, man, look, I don't think the lawsuit thing, you kind of got to look at this at two ways. Yeah, you shouldn't sue your friends.
No,
let's be
you
honest.
shouldn't.
But I don't think Chris is necessarily suing the band. He just wants to know what's going on.
Yeah. Got to keep him in the loop.
Yeah, exactly. So, and if he feels like he's being screwed, I mean, dude, he's an original member.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, now at the end of the day, yeah, y'all are all friends, but y'all also entered in a business. And if he's just wanting to know, like, hey, dude, what's up? Why were we not informed about this? And then you just kick him out. Like, I feel like if they sat down more, this could have been resolved more.
Sat down, talked it out, like friends and business associates should.
Yeah. Corey put out a tweet, says you're going to read a lot of bullshit today. This is all I'll say. Just wait till the truth comes out. Long live the knot. A lot of people thought that this was like a lead up to their bullshit because their new album is anti-internet.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, now, I did see something that, like, Chris Finn's lawyer, he's like, dude, he don't want to leave the band.
Yeah.
So, here, let's see. In Slipknot's statement regarding their split with percussionist Chris Finn, they made no admission about the reported lawsuit he filed against the band. Finn alleged that different Slipknot companies diverted part of the band's revenue streams, the collective of which were said to be shared between members. Now, the documents of the lawsuit have been made public as Finn alleges money was hidden from him, thus him not being paid his proper due. The documents name the following defendants: Slipknot Incorporated, a New York corporation; Slipknot Incorporated, a California corporation; Not Merch LLC, a Delaware corporation. I mean, I think you get the picture here. And pretty much they're saying that Clown and Corey and Robert Shore, whoever that guy, I'm assuming he's probably a lawyer. The suit is for damages and equitable relief. I probably said that wrong.
One thing that I've been reading about, a statement that one of his lawyers, Joseph Doon, I guess that's how you pronounce his last name, or Dunn.
Yeah.
He put, he thought everyone was being treated equally. My client really is just hoping to figure out a way to work this out with the people he's been working side by side with for the last 20 years.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? He don't want to leave, dude.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, he wants, to work it out.
Look, man, I get it. But at the end of the day, you go out here, you put in that work. Yeah, he's percussion, But, I mean, if you could sit here and downplay what he does in the band, you could almost downplay what Clown does. I mean, they both do the same shit. So it's like you can't really look at it like, so he's just as much an equal part in this as any of them. And I got to tell you, dude, I love Slipknot, but I don't think he should have necessarily did a lawsuit, maybe try to explore other options.
Yeah, he probably should have done that first, try, like I said, set them down, talked it out, trying to figure out what all was going on.
Yeah.
Before you get, the law involved.
But I got to tell you, Lette, I'm almost on Chris's side here. I mean, look, at the end of the day, when you make it this big in music, it plays just as big a part. And sometimes, unfortunately, it can come in between people. But at the end of the day, he's just wanting to know where the damn money is.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be mad at him, man. You really can't.
You really can, especially, being in the business 20-plus years.
Yes.
And, you've been friends with these people. They've went through a loss of a band member together. So, I mean, I know it's probably tough for both sides. Yeah, like you said, business is business, and whenever money's involved, I mean, that's what it comes down to.
I mean, it's like, dude, if he's gone, it's like that's 3.
Yeah, it's 3 that's gone.
I mean, it's like Slipknot's just becoming, I mean, come on, man.
And
like,
he's probably got, and the thing is with me is he's probably got the most iconic mask.
Yeah, everybody says
Everybody has, the Pinocchio one. Everybody knows him. Between him, just mainly him. Whenever it comes to Slipknot, every time I ask somebody, it's like, what mask do you know?
I mean, do you feel like this takes away from your love for Slipknot, or what do you think?
It hurts because, I mean, like I said, they're one of my favorite bands. They have been for a long time. and just knowing that another member's gone, it breaks my heart. It really does.
I mean, it's like, you know, obviously Paul Gray, unfortunately,
Yes.
you know, he overdosed. But, I mean, the thing with Joey was controversial, too, and he didn't want to leave.
Definitely.
So then you have this, so it leads me to believe, like, what's really going on internally here? Because as far as Corey goes, dude, I mean, they put up with a lot of bullshit of his, from him going over to Stone Sour, from his drug addiction stuff, from the stuff with his, I think, his ex-wife. So, I mean, I feel like if they're not, I mean, all the guy wants to know is what's going on.
Yeah.
None of the other members, but maybe he's just like, dude, hey, guys, this is a problem. We need to look into this. And maybe they were just being hard-headed about it, and he did everything he could, and that was the only step left. So I don't know. I kind of, we'll wait and see kind of how it unfolds, but if I had to pick a side right now, I kind of got to go with Chris, man. I'm an original member. I want to know what's going on.
Definitely.
I want to get paid.
Definitely. I'd have to side with him. And, you know, I'm hoping later on down the road, you know, they can mend it and he can come back, but
I don't know how they just settled on, hey, you're done.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get it.
Especially being an original member. Been there from day one. One of the most, he's a pretty iconic fucking percussionist, in my opinion.
Yeah, got one of the most famous masks. He's been there from the jump. Come on, Corey. Whoever, clown, y'all get it
your
together.
Shit together.
Don't do this to us, man. All right, Lette, we reported Woodstock 50 last episode, so now we have a full lineup.
Lineup. Oh,
you know,
man.
I told you I haven't seen it. And
I haven't either, so it's going to be a surprise for both of us.
And I just seen a name that may have possibly ruined me giving a shit about this. Apparently Miley Cyrus is among some of the artists booked. It says Jay-Z, The Killers, Chance the Rapper, Black Keys, Robert Plant, Hazley, and Miley Cyrus are among the artists booked for Woodstock 50. Organizers revealed the Watkins Glen New York Festival's full lineup. Dead and Company, John Fogerty, Santana, John Sebastian, Country Joe McDonald. You know old Country Joe.
Old Country Joe.
I have no idea who he is, but I like that name.
That's a nice name.
Yeah, Canned Heat and Hot Tuna.
Oh,
I dig it.
Oh, man, I'm down with that name.
All acts that took part in the 1969 festival are on the lineup for the festival, which takes place August 16th through the 18th, the 50th anniversary of the original Woodstock. The full lineup lives up to Lang's promise with hip-hop. Jay-Z, Chance the Rapper, Run the Jewels, Common, that's cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Earl Sweatshirt, Vince Staples, Princess Nokia. Rock, we got Jack Black's group, the Racketeers.
The Racketeers,
is that how I say
shit
it?
like that. Yeah.
Greta Van Fleet, Black Keys, Cage the Elephant. I want to see the Black Keys, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Courtney Barnett, Boy Genius, Gary Clark Jr. Pop. We got Miley Cyrus, who cares? Maggie Rogers, Hazley, Janelle Monáe. And country, Anderson East, Sturgill Simpson, Margot Price, and Brandy Carlisle. So, guys, I'll leave the link here, the Rolling Stone link here. You guys can kind of go check out the, I believe there's probably full, I mean, we could read on. Oh, here's the line. Let's see, is this the full?
Lineup?
I think we read most of it, but it's looking like, I believe, Robert Plant is in here. I don't think that's one we read. The Head and the Heart, Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats. Okay.
Man, I like these names. I'm liking some of these names. I'm going to go listen to them now.
I mean, it's people that you may not expect, or maybe some people that they don't know. I don't know how we landed on Miley Cyrus. I mean, really? Woodstock. Come on, man. Don't ruin it. I mean, really.
True. For real. I'd go see Common.
Yeah, I'd see Common too. But Miley's, come on, man. Really? Dude, that kind of pisses me off. I ain't going to lie. All right, our last story here, Lette. You know, we're both MySpace fans.
Yes.
That's where we got our start, I would say, in social media.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I definitely did.
Yeah,
you
same
did as well.
here.
So apparently MySpace lost all music uploaded to the site prior to 2015. There is no way to recover them. Site says after server migration erases 50 million songs. All music uploaded onto MySpace prior to 2015, an estimated 50 million songs by 14 million artists has been lost. The site revealed that all of the users' media from MySpace's first 12 years of existence were erased in a server migration and cannot be retrieved. Quote, as a result of server migration project, any photos, videos, and audio files you uploaded more than 3 years ago may no longer be available on or from MySpace, end quote, the site said. We apologize for the inconvenience and suggest that you retain your backup copies.
Well,
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. The thing is, I mean, if anything from my account is gone, it's only like 3 shitty-looking photos from my flip phone.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I go check mine every now and then, dude. I still got all my shit.
Really?
Hell yeah,
man.
I mean, it's just because I don't go there much. But.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the thing that's crazy about that is you got to think about how many MySpace bands and artists came up from that. Hollywood Undead started on MySpace in this moment. Those are like 2 of the biggest ones I could think of.
I mean, I just don't see how 50 million songs is an accident.
Yeah, exactly.
Server migration, I don't know. Sounds to me like it was really intentional.
It's just like, look, no one uses this anymore, so just delete all this shit.
Yeah. Letty, who you listening to this week, homie?
This week, I got Hobson for you. And, I mean, gonna dive some more onto some rap. Love me some good rap.
Yeah.
A little bit about him. You got Marcus Jamal Hobson, born July 18th, 1985. Better known by his stage name Hobson, is an American rapper, record producer, music video director, and actor from Los Angeles, California.
Right.
In 2007, he was signed to Ruthless Records and had founded his own record label, Funk Volume, in 2009. He would then go on to found another record label, Undercover Prodigy, in 2016. Now, to me, Hobson, I ain't gonna lie, when I first listened to him, I was not a fan.
Right.
Discovered him when I was in high school, so I think the first song I listened to him was, it was junior year. It was either sophomore or junior year, and I heard "Sag My Pants," and I ain't gonna lie, I hated it. I thought it was one of the shittiest rap songs I'd heard in a while, and I ain't gonna lie, it grew on me. It really did. 3 songs I got for you. Any of his Ill Minds, I'd go listen to it. Hobson actually started out on MySpace, if I remember correctly, because that's where I found his first 3 Ill Minds. In regard to all this, one of my favorite ones is Ill Mind of Hobson 5. This one right here, whenever you literally start off a song, it goes, I hate rap, but if the shoe fits, wear it.
Right.
That's literally how it starts off. So it shits on how rap has become, but it also talks about how he's had to come into it, and some of his music went that way, and he really ain't a fan of it.
Yeah.
But it's a really great song. Other song I got for you is Nocturnal Rainbows. It's just still with him. Oh, he gives a lot of messages in his music, and I'll give him props for it. Last song I got for you, it features Tech 9, and it's Rip Your Heart Out. Now, whenever it comes to this, you got some really fast flows in it. It's really great. It pumps you up. A great song all around. Anything from Hobson, I would stand by. He actually did a song with Dax.
He did.
It was a great song. Oh, I loved it. So anything you want to listen to by Hobson, I highly recommend. Check him out if you love some good rap. That's what I got for you today. DT, who you listening to?
I'm listening to Rehab. I kind of went back to them and listened to some of their stuff this week. They're an American southern rock, country, and alternative hip-hop band, which describes them well. This is
one hell of a genre you got going right there.
I mean, they mix it up nice, too. Real quick story. I went to some Nashville with some friends, and we went to this club called the Limelight. So we go into this club, and they're like, oh, it's $15 to get in. I'm like, what?
Damn.
You know, this was a few years back. So we go in. I notice there's a band on stage. What's going on? I guess it was the opening band selling shirts. I look up, it's Rehab.
Oh, shit, man.
And I'd heard a little bit of mainly that, sitting on the bar on the inside. You know, I like that song, but people played that.
It's overplayed. I ain't going to lie.
It really is. I go in, I'm listening to them, and man, they got some really good music aside from that song.
Yeah.
That's way better than that song.
Hell
so
yeah.
I really like Rehab, and it was a fun night, too. The band has recorded 7 albums, including 2 each for Epic Records and Universal Republic. They're a great band. The current lineup just had 2 people. I know they're still doing some things, but I don't know. I think a lot of them left. They got a bunch of a current lineup. You guys can go and check that. I mean, literally, there's like 12 people on here.
Dang.
3 songs I got for you. Definitely check these out. These are the better ones to me. Number 1, my favorite, Graffiti the World. I love his how he freestyles. I mean, you look at he's a big dude. You know, you'd look at this guy and wouldn't think he could freestyle like he can. I mean, dude's unbelievable.
Oh man.
And even the guy, I don't know his name, but he's got this guy that does shows with him. That guy can go too. And on my next favorite song, Storm Chaser, CeeLo and a guy named Big Gip feature in this. This song right here, like the first two verses, unbelievable. And that's the two that were with Rehab. And then my last one, another one of my favorite one, kind of a more mellow one, but he tears it up too. We Live. Because, I mean, he can sing too.
Oh, yeah, he can.
I mean, he is just a well-rounded lead singer. I really like Rehab. You guys definitely need to check him out. Go check out Hobson. Two good artists for you.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, Letty, on to our dumbass and badass of the week. And you know me, I like to kick this one off.
Take the lead, man.
Letty, of all the dumbasses, back when we had douchebag of the week.
Yeah.
This son of a bitch right here probably tops them all. He's a famous tattoo artist. He's done a bunch of YouTubers.
Yeah.
He's done Kodak Black. He's tattooed him. His name's Romeo Lacosta. He also is a YouTuber. He's got 1 million subscribers. So basically, I'm watch Drama Alert, Keemstar. You know Keemstar's dumbass.
Oh, Keemstar.
You gotta like Keem. But he basically called this guy out. Now, I'd seen this guy from FaZe Banks videos. So he tattooed him and talked this guy up. So pretty much these chicks, now, I don't know if they're, of course, a little older now, and they were talking about, like, all these girls come out. Apparently, this happened 3 years ago, but he had, like, a little chat for his fans that he started a group chat, and he picked a couple of these girls that were, like, 15 years old, and he apparently started talking dirty. I mean, dude, the stuff this guy said was just unbelievable. Dude talked himself up like he was like Tommy Lee or damn
Jesus.
You know, I mean, dude, the stuff he was saying, like, dude, it's just so I don't even want to say it on here, dude. It's ridiculous. Guys hitting on underage chicks. Well, he comes on Drama Alert.
Yeah.
He does an interview. Now, you think this guy, hey man, he may be a little apologetic, and I'm not necessarily saying he's going to own up to it, but kind of tell the real deal. I mean, dude, this guy, if he was trying to make himself not seem guilty, he did a shitty job. I mean, this guy comes on here and starts trying to play the victim card, like, oh, I didn't know social media 3 years ago. I was new to it, and I feel like these girls kind of took advantage of me, and, you know, come on here.
What?
I've never watched an interview that pissed me off as
bad my Lord. Yeah, just from you saying that just pisses me off, because I mean, it doesn't matter. You sit there, he can try to play the victim card all you want, but if you're over the age, if you're 18 and older, and like someone 15, 16 comes up and talk to you, you like tell them to go away and come back in a couple years.
Yeah, and exactly. It's like they even started a little meme about it. They would ask him a question, and he wouldn't say yes or no. He'd go, yeah, well, here's the thing. I mean, the guy clearly made himself look guilty. Apparently, when he was 19, he dated a 15-year-old. He peed on her and it scarred the chick, and he tried to act like he just forgot all about that. And the guy, he comes on immediately, like, calls Keemstar an asshole. And, I mean, he's just trying to get to the facts. I mean, these girls hit Keemstar up.
Yeah.
The guy's a scumbag. Clearly, he knows what he was doing.
Oh, yeah, he does.
He knows he did it. He's guilty. Apparently, the police have been to his tattoo shop, which he was quick to throw in everybody's face, that he's tattooed a lot of stars. He's had a shop for 4 years. He's never had a complaint. Well, yeah, of course not, dumbass.
Yeah.
Because you're doing tattoos on these people and you're trying to make money.
Yeah.
Obviously, your little sick side ain't going to come out.
Oh,
but
yeah,
dude,
definitely.
He, plain as day, was like, knew these girls were underage, because he's like, you don't want to wait, do you? And stuff like that. Like, dude, come on.
That's sick.
You're guilty.
Yeah.
Come on here and apologize. And then it's like he almost was starting to apologize, and then it quickly reverted back to the victim card.
Jesus.
This guy
That's
is
bad.
the biggest scumbag. This guy's career should be over. If anybody supports this dude, you are a bigger piece of shit than he is.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And that's why, Romeo Lacosta, you're my dumbass of the week.
The bad thing about all this coming out, all the people he's tatted are probably going to regret it now.
I think a lot of them said they're getting their tattoos took off.
They're
Yeah.
Go get it covered up.
I mean, and that's a painful process. So that's how big of a dumbass this guy is.
Exactly.
And he was even like, I don't think my career's over. Like, he really thinks he can bounce back.
Like, dude, you're not going to be tattooing any more big artists anymore.
No, you're done.
Names. You might be tattooing somebody outside of the back of a trailer.
They got him cold in those PMs, man.
Exactly.
I mean, dude, you're screwed, bro. You know you are. And then he, like I said, he wouldn't come out and say yes or no. He admitted to it on the interview. This dude is the biggest dumbass. Like, he should have talked to somebody, but he's going to go to prison. My badass this week, the girls that came forward, man. I mean, that's not easy.
Oh, definitely not.
People are going to say, well, that was 3 years ago. But sometimes you're scared to kind of come out and say that. And sometimes it takes one brave person that's went through that to come out. So I commend these girls.
Oh, yeah.
I really do. It's hard to do. They were underage. I'm sure they're going to catch a lot of hell from these people that don't believe it.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be like, oh, why'd you wait 3 years? Well, it's hard to do, especially whenever you're going up against somebody who's worked with talent.
Exactly. I mean, some people are they're easily manipulated, but I commend these girls, and that's why they're my badasses of the week. Letty, who you got this week?
This week, me and DT just basically shared dumbasses because I've not really had a dumbass in over a month. And whenever he told me about that was just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
dude. But this week, I got to give my badass to my dad, old Herman, or Pickles.
Herman.
His nickname is Pickles.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, anytime I need him, he's always there. Little fun fact while we were recording, we had to pause this because he called me to ask me if I wanted barbecue this week. And, of course, my answer is always hell yes. I mean, even this morning, I called him yesterday and, like, my lawnmower broke. And he said he was going to come over and, show me how to fix it. And he literally fixed it with a stick.
See?
I mean,
that's a man's man.
That's a man. That's a man right there.
Yeah.
But my dad, I mean, I love him to death. I mean, he's the one who made me the stone cold badass bitch I am today. Basically, he embedded if a man can do it, then I can do it better. He embedded that into my head. So I mean, he's the reason I'm as independent as I am. I mean, me and him have had our ups and downs, but everybody does with their parents. It doesn't matter. But I mean, this week, my dad is my badass, and I love you, man.
All right, Letty, on.
Original Gamers.
Letty, I got to tell you, I've been excited to get here.
Yes.
This is going to be probably my favorite Original Gamers. You guys know we follow MK11. We didn't have a combat cast last week.
No, we did not.
When I tell you they made up for it times 50 million this week, they did.
They did.
Let's start with the Combat Cast episode 5 revealed Kotal Khan. Look, that's a lot of K's. That's a lot of K's, okay? Come on now. And,
Combat Cast with Kotal Khan.
And Jackie Briggs.
Yes.
So they broke out too. I didn't know. I knew Kotal Khan, but didn't we think it was going to be Shang or somebody else? I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure we said it was going to be Shang Tsung.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking. I knew it was Kotal Khan and somebody else.
Yeah, we guessed Shang Tsung, not Jackie Briggs.
So they actually had Ed Boon, who is over in NetherRealm Studios. I mean, dude, this guy's legendary.
Yes.
If you know Mortal Kombat, you got to know Ed Boon.
I mean, yes. I mean, he even has one of his characters has his name.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it was cool. He kind of talked about the future of the game, some things that will be in the final development of the game but won't be in the beta, which, by the way, guys, those of you all have pre-ordered the game March 28th. You will be able to play the beta version of MK11. It comes out April 23rd. I'm really hoping to get this game.
Dude, I can't wait.
Letty, let's start with Kotal Khan. What did you think of Kotal Khan?
He looks badass. The way he is designed, and from what I've seen from the gameplay that he was facing against Jackie, I'm gonna have to agree with what they said. He looks like more of a Goro type person.
Yeah.
You feel that power whenever you're playing him, and just from the movements I've seen, he's gonna be an interesting character for me to try out.
Yeah, kind of like a brawler.
Yeah.
And he's more like a grappler, brawler type, and I really liked him. I didn't get to see his fatality. Did you get to see it?
I didn't get to see it either.
I didn't make it that far. I kind of had some things going on. As far as his gameplay, I love that stick with the, he's got, that looks awesome. He turned into the Jaguar.
Yeah, the Jaguar. Awesome. Yeah, man, that was a pretty badass moment. Whenever I was brushing my teeth and I was watching the video, and whenever he turned into that Jaguar, I ain't gonna lie, I spit toothpaste all over I spit toothpaste everywhere.
Yeah, dude, that's genius. And I really like his gameplay. I like his look. Now he's green. And guys, by the way, I said that he hadn't been here since Mortal Kombat 9. I apologize. He was in Mortal Kombat X, XXL, whichever one. But I love his gameplay. I love the mechanics. And I mean, man, it's just hard so far to even pick. They all look. So they've made this game look amazing. And then we go over to Jackie Briggs, and I got to tell you, I was really impressed with Jackie Briggs.
I was too. Just the fast movement she's got, it's going to be great to go against. She's actually probably going to be a lot of fun to use. Honestly, all these characters that we've all seen gameplay of, they look amazing.
They really do.
And they all have their own style, which I really love.
Yeah, I love the mechanics. I love, what is it, the new thing they've added? I can't remember. It's like when you get it, you get a meter up, and I'm gonna look that up. It's really, my mind is going.
Yeah, something
right
like
now.
the X-ray vision things that they had.
It's kind of like that, but
it's not exactly
it's called something else. I'll look it up. Forgive me, it's embarrassing.
But
I forgot
her
it.
fatality,
was
amazing.
You know what it's called? Nothing but neck.
Yes, nothing but neck. Oh man.
Yeah, like that glass thing she brings up. I love that. But tell them the fatality, lady.
Oh, the fatality.
Describe it.
Okay, the way it went was, she basically like punched the dude's head down, and there was like a hole in his stomach.
Yep.
And she took this.
Looked like a grenade.
Yeah, it looked kind of like a grenade. I was expecting an explosion and her walking away, but it caught me off guard because whenever she hit the button, it brought out this like laser wall, split the dude in two. Yeah. And it was great. It was one of the most surprising, caught me off guard fatalities I've seen in a good minute. I mean, I was impressed. All I could do was just sit there like my mouth was open, my jaw dropped. I loved it.
I love when fatalities do that. Now, that laser wall is a part of her actual move list, and I'm telling you guys, Jackie Briggs, she's got kind of like that fast speed. And she's got kind of like that, almost like a Muay Thai.
She reminds me, her movements reminds me of like Cassie.
Yes,
fast paced, but she's got her own different stuff that she works with, so it's not exactly like it.
Yeah.
If I was to compare, that'd be about the most similar I could describe it.
Yeah. Then I heard the guys from NetherRealm talking about this C2E2, and I hadn't heard this. Now, I believe what we're about to discuss is episode 2, which, again, I just stumbled upon this, and I guess it's kind of like they're doing a live stream in front of a live audience, and they're doing reveals. And I remember them saying the gameplay trailer we got coming tomorrow on C2E2 is going to be awesome. And let me tell you, it was awesome.
It was.
Everybody's been wanting Noob Saibot to come back. Well, guys, he's back, and he is a bad motherfucker. I'm telling you, when they showed this gameplay trailer, you guys have to go watch it. I left the link here in the source of the description here.
Go watch it.
Go watch it. This man's fatality, that's probably another one of my favorites.
That was crazy. Punches him in the gut and sends him in, and then he like crawls out of his mouth and rips him in two.
Yeah, that's what he did.
That
he pulls
was crazy.
him up. See, I didn't expect that.
No.
And just Noob Saibot's gameplay mechanics, I can tell you right now, he's probably my favorite so far.
Oh, so far? Yes. I mean, he's top 3 for me.
I can't wait. And, Lette, one of us got a pre-order. I'm sure we'll make it happen. But April 23rd, I assure you guys, one of us, if not both of us, will have this game. But we're going to keep you updated. And, real quick, I'm over here. I'm forgetting another big part. You know, guys, I don't know if y'all remember a few episodes ago we talked Shang Tsung and how the actor that played him back in the Mortal Kombat movie was hinting around on Twitter. Well, it turns out they didn't show any gameplay, at least that I got to see, but they showed him, I don't know if y'all remember, in the crypt where you can go and spend your coins and stuff. He was kind of over the crypt, and man, it was cool to see they brought the actor from the movie, so interesting to see some gameplay on him. I can't wait for that. I'm really wanting to see Shao Kahn's gameplay too, which if you pre-order, we'll get him. So a lot of big things in Mortal Kombat 11, Lette. We are both excited for this game, guys. I can't wait, man. I mean, it's just every reveal, every gameplay we see, it just gets better, man. I cannot wait. Come on.
I can't wait, man. April 23rd can't get here fast enough.
Yeah, hopefully the 28th, man. One of us surely.
Oh, yeah, hopefully.
All right, so next we have TSM, who y'all know is a pro esports organization. Well, they got TSM Cowboy. He's, a pro Fortnite player.
Yeah.
He's kind of one of the more well-known guys. Well, this drunken thought is what we'll call her. Goes by the name Faith. Got drunk on stream. Comes out, starts talking about a lot of other streamers. And apparently she had a boyfriend who was there at the time. And why you would just let this dumb, drunk bitch rant like this.
Yeah.
And because clearly she's drunk. I guess comes out and says that Cowboy, what'd she say? Fortnite player Cowboy, who is married, sent a message to an underage female streamer. Speaking to the streamer, who wants to remain anonymous, she was made uncomfortable. Cowboy has since deleted his Twitter and Discord. People think when they delete their Twitter and Discord, it makes them look guilty, and that's not always the case.
Yeah, it's not always true. They just don't want to hear about it and get harassed from it.
So TSM, instead of just waiting and making sure, they just kick the guy out. And I think it's with all this stuff with underage girls and stuff like that. But keep in mind, if it was somebody credible that wasn't drunk and being an idiot and saying all this, and man, people like this right here, this is why I've kind of distanced myself from Twitch, because you get a bunch of dumb, drunk bitches like this right here, just idiots that come on here, and then now you've possibly ruined this guy's career.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he can bounce back, but he's going to have to come with hard facts, probably spend some money on a lawyer.
Definitely.
It's just like, dude, come on, man. I cannot stand people like this, man. And man, Twitch, to the perverts and dudes that run in Twitch, man, like, dude, look, I know y'all are you probably don't get laid a lot, and you think, oh, hey, man, we work at Twitch, we'll try to get some of these whores to whatever, but y'all cannot keep letting this shit happen.
No, they can't.
That's why I'm starting to really hate Twitch, lady. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, it's starting to go downhill a lot.
It really is, and, you hear a lot of YouTubers and stuff that make these videos on it, and they all have the same theme. It's just you get these titty streamers and stuff that come on here, and these dudes just let them get away with everything.
Yeah.
But then God forbid somebody that isn't like a dude or whatever does something, and they'll just throw the book at them. Come on, man. Twitch, you're fucking up. Letty, what games you playing this week, man?
This week I've been, still rocking Devil May Cry 5. It's been an experience. You got 3 different characters, and I'm on, pretty sure, I think his name's V.
Yeah.
I think that's his name. And I ain't gonna lie, they switched it up a little bit because he summons these 2 demons that fight for him.
Yeah.
And one of them's a lion, jaguar-ish thing, and the other one's basically looks like a crow.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, it's different from playing from Nero.
Yeah.
I haven't got to the Dante play yet because between shift change at work and trying to get used to it right now, it's been difficult to get some gaming in. Last night, this morning, I finally got to dive into the Division 2. And I've probably got about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at the most with it.
Yeah.
And it's really reminiscent of the first one. I've not gotten farther into the game. I'm still level 4 or 5, which ain't high at all.
Yeah.
But so far it's great. My internet is actually keeping up right now. So
nice,
I'm hoping it stays that way for a little bit. As long as I play during the day and not at night, that's when my internet gets shitty. So that's what I'm rocking. I mean, I'm still rocking Bud Farm on the mobile.
Right.
It's great. So, I mean, that's what I'm playing. I'm getting ready to dive into some, probably going to butcher it, Sirico or something like that.
Yeah.
Shadows Die Twice. It's basically, from what I've seen, it looks kind of like Dark Souls, but samurai version. I think This is the second one. I want to say. I'm probably wrong. I can't remember.
That's all right.
But yeah, I'm getting ready to dive into it. I watched Ruby's dad play a little bit of it, and it looked pretty badass, so I'm going to check it out. DT, what you playing?
Me, I'm on Fortnite, still rocking it. I'm, let's see, as far as levels, I think I'm at 47. The Battle Pass, I'm actually almost done. I think I'm on tier 87 out of 100.
Hell yeah, man.
I just got this dope skin. It was like this devil chick.
Yeah.
She's got the devil tail, all red, kind of glowing flames with these badass wings.
Hell yeah.
And then she's got like this, for her pickaxe, it's like this badass flame skull guitar.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that
dude. One of the dopest. I'm having a blast playing Fortnite, some Team Rumble. I'm more into the LTMs than playing like solo duos or squads. I don't know. Because with the solos, duos, and squads, you get a lot of those sweaty, I want to be Tfue, Ninja, want to be pro players. And, yeah, let's be honest, I can't.
It takes the fun out of it.
I mean, they play all the time. The odds of me, maybe I get lucky and kill one of them here and there, but I don't know. The LTMs are fun. Also been playing NBA 2K19. Finally got my guy to a 90. Woo. As far as grinding, I don't know if I have to actually start playing people like on the courts.
Yeah.
Like, I leveled him up, kind of just playing a season as my guy. But, hey, man, I got my dude on there looking fresh to death.
Fresh to death.
I got him rated 90, so that's cool. I'm still trying to save up and get me a skateboard. I think I can get, like, scooters and bicycles now to ride around the park, so that's cool. And then on my mobile, I'm still rocking Clash Royale, doing some leveled up a lot of my characters. And then Brawl Stars, I got the new character Carl. He's cool, kind of got a little boomerang action for his weapon, so that's it.
Oh, yeah.
But guys, let us know what games you're playing. Let us know if you're following MK11, man. Let us know so far who is your favorite character and why. We want to know. Seriously, comment on our Facebook page. Quit being lazy. All right, Lette, on. Story time. I figured, what could we do this week? We ain't in really the creepypasta type of mode. So, Lette, everybody has a story to tell. Here's ours. The first time. Lette, I'll let you start.
I'm going to take the reins on this. I mean, it's a little short story. It has one crazy ending, but it was me and my cousin. We was sitting in her bedroom. I was 12. I was a little young, but I was just sitting there chilling. She looks at me, she goes, "You want to smoke some weed?" I'm like, "What?" I drank a little bit. Like I said, I was pretty young, and she goes, "You want to smoke some weed?" And I was like, "Dude, my dad's in the living room." "No." And she's like, "Well, we'll just tell him that it was just me and you just sat there. You got to contact her." And I'm like, "All right." My dumb ass agreed to it. Well, we're sitting there, and I ain't gonna lie, it's probably some of the shittiest weed I've ever smoked ever. It was terrible. But me being that young, I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy." It was late at night too. Next thing I know, like the strobe light she had was like the best thing ever. I watched it. I'm surprised I didn't end up having like a seizure or something. I watched it so long. I got the munchies a little bit for the first time. I didn't eat though. I ended up falling asleep. And I don't know what happened while I was asleep, but I woke up and I was surrounded by like at least 10 stuffed animals. Like, they were mainly teddy bears. There was a couple of like elephants and shit thrown in there, but I woke up surrounded by stuffed animals. To this day, I still don't know how the hell it's happened.
Right.
But that was the first time, I've ever smoked. I mean, that was for a first time. It wasn't too crazy, but it wasn't too.
I mean, the stuffed animal thing would be crazy.
Yes, that was pretty crazy because I woke up and I was just like, looked at my cousin. And I'm like,
what the hell happened?
Because I was in the floor. I wasn't in the bed. I was in the floor.
Oh, God, that's even weirder.
So it was even weirder, and I'm like, how did this happen? And she just looks at me, and she goes, "I don't know." Because she crashed, too. So we still, to this day, don't know how I got surrounded by stuffed animals in the floor watching a strobe light.
Yeah.
But that's my story. Short and sweet. DT, what's your story?
Mine went horribly wrong. So I go over, there was this a friend of ours, Jennifer, lived near us and everything, and we would all kind of go over there and hang out because her mom and them was usually gone. So she had this little downstairs basement area where we all hung out, and I guess we started partying, but not really hard. We all just kind of hung out. So one day a friend of ours comes over, and he had a joint. And he's like, "Hey, man, you want to smoke?" I mean, this dude had we like to call back in the day, a hog leg.
Oh, man, a hog leg.
Yeah, so I start smoking it. And, dude, look, I hadn't smoked weed at this time, so I'm sitting here just taking Mac Daddy hits. Like, I'm just, like, I've been smoking for years. I'm like, yeah. Next thing you know, dude, it all hits me. And I just literally laid on my friend's couch. And it was like everything was just spinning. I couldn't move. I would get up and puke occasionally, and then I'd come back. They tried to get me off that couch for hours, and I would not move.
Oh, my
I would
Lord.
not move. And finally, after dude, it had to be like 4 or 5 hours, I come out of it, would ride my bike over there. That bike ride home was insane. And I thought, dude, honestly, it ruined me from smoking pot for like a really long time after that. But I'll never forget just being laid up on that couch, dude. Like, I could not move. And it was just like everything was spinning, and I was like, oh, dude. I mean, it was horrible. I mean, it was funny looking back on it, but yeah, I was. But guys, if you got a crazy story of the first time you smoked, or just any crazy stories, let us know. Send it to the Ready Set Show podcast at gmail.com.
Oh, yeah,
we would
definitely
love to hear your story. All right, Letty.
Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch.
This debate right here has been going on since the 80s.
Yes,
I mean, it's turned up lately with the release of Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, etc. The debate has got even more heated. Today we have facing off console gaming versus PC gaming. Probably going to catch a lot of hell for this one.
Oh, we probably will.
You know how we do? We found a website. We're going to do a little different. We got categories, but usually we find ones where they'll kind of pick a winner. We'll let Letty pick. But I think what we're going to do on this one, we'll just kind of read a little bit from each category, kind of go over them, give our take on it. And then in the end, we will pick which one we choose and why. So, Letty, this is going to be crazy.
Oh, that's going to be great. I'm ready, man.
All right, let the battle come in. So, this debate really has went on for so long, dude. Like, I can't even tell you. I've heard heated debates. I've seen this shit go on Twitter.
Yes.
You name it, it's happened. In the olden days of gaming, it was all about console wars. Nintendo versus Sega. Nintendo versus Sony. With the turn of more recent generation, the console wars... Whoa, dude. Slow down, mouse. The console wars have become something closer to Sony versus Microsoft, with Nintendo focusing on providing its own experiences. But now, consoles aren't the only fighters in the area. PC has entered the fray. PC gaming has existed for decades, of course, but with the turn of the PS360 generation and the emergence of Steam, PC has suddenly started competing with consoles in a way that has been seen before. The console war has calmed, well, for the most part, and is more or less over. Now it's PC versus Xbox One versus PS4. Alright, so the first one is system pricing, and they kind of say a new PC with gaming performance on a par with the Xbox One and PS4 is going to cost you $400. A new PC on par with the Xbox One X is going to cost you $600. The PS4 costs $300, and the One X costs $500. So consoles win, right? If we're talking new, I mean, obviously.
Definitely new. You're definitely going to go for the console for the cheaper price, but longevity is always my thing.
You're right. I mean, PCs, depending on what you have in there, like I said, I've heard some people say you can get away with a good gaming PC for probably around $800.
Yeah.
A lot of people say if you're going to do it, you might as well go in the upper, $1,000 to $1,500 range, kind of pick your own parts.
Yeah.
Now, if you do that, who knows? I mean, I guess it ultimately comes down to how much you game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It definitely comes down to your price range, how much you game.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everybody knows gaming is an expensive hobby.
It really is.
It's one of the most expensive hobbies you could probably have. Because, I mean, like I said, I've been doing this since I've been 4, and I've went from a Sega to now I got a PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to build my own PC. I've got a few friends who said it'd help me out, but, getting the money to start it out has always been my problem.
Oh, yeah. Next one's display pricing. Display pricing for the sake of simplicity. Let's say you're looking for a 1080p display and you want a monitor for your PC and a TV for your console.
Yeah.
Although you can use monitors for your console as well. Buying new PC definitely wins here. You can find new gaming-ready monitors for right around $100 on PC. New 1080p HD TVs tend to cost around $200 or higher at the least. Now that is true. So let's go to PC gaming. Next we go to controller pricing. I think we pretty well know here. It says you can use console controllers for their respective consoles or with PC. No price comparison to be made for that particular scenario. An Xbox controller will cost the same whether you're using it with an Xbox or a PC, which, a new Xbox controller wireless, about $50.
Yeah.
we should talk about is how much it costs to have a good gaming experience on each platform. So official controllers for the current gen consoles cost anywhere from $50 to $70, like we said. Mouses, man, I've seen them go up. Like Ninja's mouse, dude, is like $200-$300.
Good Lord.
Yeah, man. And by the way, real quick, a little off topic here. Dude, I was in Walmart, and, you know, they got Fortnite shirts. There was in the kids department, there was a Ninja shirt.
Really? Oh,
Like,
I'd
really?
believe it. I'd believe
Come
it.
on, man. Controller pricing, look, this right here could kind of go either way, because now with Xbox controllers, you can get a customized one. I think they're about the 70 and up department. And then you can just get your regular, like what I got, for 50. But then I guess it just depends on what mouse. And I'm sorry, I think here, if you're just trying to get away with a cheaper type setup, maybe you could compete with console controllers, but most people are going to go on the higher end.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So obviously consoles.
Oh, yeah, definitely consoles got this.
Yeah, for sure. Game pricing. So let's see. First, let's talk physical game pricing. In terms of a new physical games, PC and console are pretty much equal here. That's true. That's true. I really think that's all we need to say there.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
they're both pretty equal because, I mean, what you're going to pay on a PC game, I mean, obviously if they come out for every console, they're going to cost the same.
Yeah,
So that's
you know,
given.
$60 to $70.
Yeah,
depending on if you know, brand new one, or you get the deluxe.
Yeah.
And they can go up. Well, I've seen a brand new limited edition game be like $120.
Oh yeah, true. So you got membership pricing. Honestly, this shouldn't be a competition, but we're here. PC doesn't charge you to play online, period. PC wins. Yeah,
obviously. Exactly.
Yeah, because with us, I think Xbox was paying, 50 yearly or $9.99 a month.
Yeah, something like that. And same with PlayStation Network. It's about between $50 and $60 for the year.
All right, Lette, you know, we kind of went over some things here. I mean, I think it goes into like upgradability, VR gaming, but I think we all know where we're at here. We went over the main points as far as our
arguments.
Our arguments. Which do you choose?
For me, I ain't gonna lie, I've always wanted to go into PC gaming.
Well, let's say this for the sake of the argument, because you've pretty well seen PC gaming. Let's say we get to choose either one.
Okay, if I had to choose between them,
yes,
I would honestly probably go PC because of so much more you can do.
Yeah.
But I personally, mainly because nostalgia's sake, I love console gaming.
Yeah.
I love a good 2-player couch co-op game. You sit there, split screen it up, and you go for it. I've always been that type of person because, I mean, with PC gaming, you have to basically have internet all the time just to do anything.
Yep.
I never know when, hey, am I going to be able to get decent internet here where I'm living, or, you know, am I going to have to stay like where I'm at now with the shitty internet that I got? PC gaming would be almost non-existent for me.
I mean, I would like to try PC gaming, and I wouldn't care to dabble with it, but I gotta go console. I mean, even if somebody was to give me the choice, I would just rather have a decked-out Xbox or PS4.
Yeah.
Because, look, I've tried PC gaming. Look, some people say it's easier. I don't know. My experiences with it, it didn't feel right to me.
Yeah, if I did PC gaming, I'd be one of them people who has to have a controller.
Yeah.
I can't do keyboard and mouse. I've tried. It does not work for me.
That's literally what I did. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm more comfortable with a controller. It feels better to me. Maybe one day I'd dive into PC gaming and, you know, really get into it, really try. But I don't know, man. Every time I try it, it doesn't feel right to me. I'm like, man, screw this. Let me get a controller. That's just me, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, some people might think I'm crazy. And, you know, hey, if you guys got an argument for PC gaming that maybe we missed, that like we always tell you, definitely let us know. But I'm going to go console gaming. Final answer.
If I had to choose between the two, I'd give PC a shot.
Yeah.
But I mean, for nostalgic purposes, it's always going to be console no matter what.
Well, how about gun to your head purposes?
Gun to my head purposes, I'd probably give PC a shot.
All right, well, you heard it here, guys. So let us know, like we said, which one y'all choose. I like to hear different arguments, but just for me,
I would really love to hear from a like avid, hardcore, diehard PC gamer.
There's plenty of them
because
out there.
I mean, me and you, we mainly stick to our consoles.
Yeah.
I would love to hear it, and I would like
a hardcore PC gamer. Yeah.
Yes, just tell me what is better and why our consoles are trash.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what they tell us.
Oh, they sure would, yeah. All right, guys, moving on to everybody's favorite time of the show.
It has been one of them motherfucking days. I tell y'all, it has been one of them motherfucking days, bitch.
It's time to rant.
Let's rant.
So this rant today is we're gonna title it "Another Day, Another Scandal." It just seems every time we open YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, the news, we see another scandal, another famous person doing some sick shit, or just relationships, friendships being ended over money, or just some other dumb shit. It's like these people get famous or get known and let it get to their head, and some just let their sick side come out, and some just let money ruin them. So we decided to rant about these types of people and ask the question, is it really worth being famous, Lette?
I don't know.
You ready?
Well, I'm ready spaghetti.
Now let's have a rant.
Let's do it.
I was just kind of looking at the Romeo thing and, you know, the R. Kelly, and it just seems like the TSM Cowboy. It just seems like every time you turn around, somebody's doing some sick shit, or it's like, or some famous person gets known. They grind, they do all that work, all just to ruin it on some old freaky, nasty, crazy shit, or money. Like, look at the Chris Finn thing. Them guys probably been friends their whole life.
Probably.
They make it big in a band, and that could potentially be
money
over.
ruins it.
Exactly, and it just led me to just rant like, look, man, a lot of us dream of the day that we could become famous.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't have to sit there and worry about, you know, living paycheck to paycheck.
But it really leads me to believe at the end of the day, with the way things are and how everything's unfolding and all these sick ass people, like look at the Harvey Weinstein guy, Michael Jackson, look at good God, R. Kelly. I mean, look at all these people that you just think's these upstanding people, you know, good people. Look how sick they are.
Oh yeah, you go in their little closets and you find out all the skeletons are hiding in there, and it's crazy.
Yeah, like Finding Neverland, that new documentary about Michael Jackson. I mean, look what all people are coming out and saying, and it's just like, me personally, the day comes and this podcast blows up, cool. I'm not really leaning on that. We have fun doing it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I just like to make money. I just like it to be our job.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that happens after that, but I'll tell you, I really think we're the type of people that we will be the same now as if thousands or millions of people this podcast. I don't know, man. I grew up, you know, and I didn't have a lot of money, so I've always hated money.
Same.
I've never let it define me. I've never let it think that I'm any better than anybody. There was one point in time in my life when I was with somebody that had money, and I started to see myself go down that path, and I had to catch myself really quick, because if you don't, you can fall off into that. Like, even though you've come from a poor background, like you could turn into one of them thinks that you're better than people. You know, if you get money, with everything I'm seeing, like, I don't know if I really would ever want to be that famous.
Oh yeah, because I mean, look at all your doctors and shit out there that always get scandals pulled on them because they're out there looking at some prostitutes and peeing on people.
Or look at the famous Olympic doctor that was taking care of the Olympic gymnastics team, and it turned out he would call them in there, tell them not to wear panties, and he was doing all that sick. What a sick bastard that was.
I mean, just because you got money doesn't mean you can go off and fulfill your sick fantasies against other people's will.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, go hire you a prostitute. That'll do it for some cash, but I mean, you always got to look a couple years later. You might get called out then. But, I mean, quit doing sick shit.
I mean, really.
It's not that hard.
Y'all are friends, man. Don't let money, don't let some old sick, nasty side. If you getting crazy feelings that you know good and damn well ain't right, man, go talk to somebody. Don't go over here and ruin somebody's life.
No.
And I mean, some people don't come back from this. Like, you remember that Parkland shooting? I think we talked about it a while back. I think one of the victims from that just killed herself, dude.
Damn.
Sometimes people, they get in that public eye, man, and they can't handle it.
They can't.
Or they think that they can do all this secretive, freaky, nasty, sick shit, and it ain't going to be brought out. In the world today, you're going to be exposed, because if you piss off the wrong person, they're just going to pour all your dirty little secrets out.
Oh, yeah, and then next thing you know, your career, what you worked for, is ruined. them 5 to 10 plus years of hard grinding and stuff are ruined all because you decided to let your little sick shit take over and then you pissed the wrong person off.
I mean, being famous, I'm sure a lot of people would like to be, but just really understand that sometimes it ain't always what you think it is.
No,
it really is.
No, it isn't. And the bad thing is, like a lot of people, you'll have a younger generation look up to you. And it turns out you're over here doing all this stuff. And then, you know, you could kill that person's dreams. Or they're too young to understand what it means.
Yes.
They look it up, and next thing you know, like, you just ruined that little kid's childhood.
Exactly. My life may not be exciting. It may not be pretty at times. And I may struggle a lot, but I love my life.
Oh, yeah, same here.
I'm happy. I'm happy not to have those problems. Like, I mean, just imagine the little things, like you being out there and you want to go to Walmart one night and shop. You can't do shit like that. You get a bunch of these weirdos targeting you. Like, look at Ice Poseidon. That dude's own fan base ruined that guy.
Yes.
I don't think I would want that. I mean,
I don't think I would either.
If a couple thousand people know us and it makes it to where the Ready, Set, Show podcast can put us in a financial position for it to be our job, I'm fine with that.
Oh, yeah.
For us to be famous or whatever, I mean, that's not really a goal of ours.
No, I mean, I like having fun. My thing is once it feels more like work than fun.
Yes.
That's when I'm probably going to be done with it.
Yeah.
Because I do this for fun.
Yep.
I mean, I love coming over here, having a good time. I mean, Ruby loves playing, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just one great time. But having that fame, it just seems like it'd get drawn out and it'd get old quick.
It really would, man. And it just kills me because the people that all this happens to, like, you don't think that, man. I mean, yeah, man, I've met some weird tattoo artists, but I would never meet any that would be that arrogant that he goes over here messing with underage girls and tries to play the damn victim card. Are you kidding me, dude? Like, you are a sick son of a bitch.
Yes.
And I don't know. It was just a rant that I felt like we needed to talk about. And, I mean, it just seems like every week it's just a new scandal with the Slipknot thing.
Yeah.
It's all negativity in the public eye anymore. Look at what's happening in rap. I mean,
oh, yeah.
You know. But, Lette, you got anything in closing?
If you're going to do your little things, make sure they're of age. Quit peeing on people.
Yeah.
For the love of God, quit peeing on people.
Yeah, really. That Romeo guy, maybe he knew R. Kelly, you know?
He probably did.
He's like, man, you ever peed on somebody?
He's going to be sharing damn cells with each other.
Yeah, they really
pissing
are.
on each other.
They'll probably get raped at the same time.
But yeah, I mean, just if they're under 18, put a block on it. Once they're 18 and over, go for it.
Yeah, well, that's what killed me about that Romeo guy. He acted like he didn't know that. Like, well, they kind of fooled me. Dude, it don't matter. When they say they're not 18, you be on your way, bud.
Either you stop messaging them or you're just like, I'm sorry, bye. For me, like, even 20's too young, and I'm just 23.
I know, that's what Geek started.
I don't get it.
He's like, dude, like, you know, they're underage. He said they're fangirls. Of course they're going to come on to you, you dumbass.
Yeah, I mean, they want a little bit of that fame. They want to be like, oh, I got to mess around with this person. That's what all they think about.
Guys, that's going to do it for episode 46, 1 year anniversary.
Woo!
Again, we would like to thank you guys for all the support this last year. We're having a blast doing this podcast. Again, guys, go like our Podbean page. Follow. I always say like it. Follow.
I mean, you know what to do. Click that button.
Follow, like, give us a comment on what you think. Any ideas for the show, suggestions, like we always say, let us know, man. We will implement it in the show, and all our social medias will be located at the bottom of each of the show notes included with the episodes on the Podbean page. Follow that Podbean page so you can get notified of new episodes. Again, guys, we can't thank y'all enough for the support.
We can't.
We will update you all on the interviews when we get those rescheduled, get all that worked out. 1 year, Lette.
It's been 1 year, man.
I'm proud of us.
Dude.
And I'm proud of our listeners. Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all.
For episode 46 of the Ready, Set, Show podcast, I'm DT.
And I'm Lette.
And remember, this is Podcast Greatness.
Where greatness never dies.
We out. Peace.
Deuces. Whoa.
Yeah.